KUAM News, winner of the 2020 Regional Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Social Media.
Tokyo 21, presented locally by IT&E.
Hafa-day, welcome to Weekend Edition. I'm Tyler Matinani. Thank you for joining us. January is National Slavery and Human Trafficking Awareness Month. In support of this campaign, you can wear blue on Monday, January 11th. As Jason Salas reports, blue is the international color, recognizing human trafficking, a growing crime in our region.
The Human Trafficking Task Force has launched the Stop the Evil campaign, an effort to bring awareness to human trafficking. Human trafficking is the force or coercion to have someone perform labor or sexual acts. Head of the task force, Attorney General Levin Camacho, says this month they're starting the broader conversation that human trafficking is not limited to only sex trafficking.
Interestingly, the H-2B visa nationally is one of those areas where they're seeing more and more exploitation for those who are coming into the United States using H-2B visas. I just saw a stat, it was about 760 cases of human trafficking reported in 2 years for those who were here legally on visas. And then when they got here, whether they were housing them in humane conditions or they were taking fees as part of their staying with them and not paying them as much.
In the H-2B visa program, the threat is deportation, explains Camacho.
Usually when you are here legally on a visa, it's specific to an employer. So if they're saying, okay, either you're going to do what I tell you or I'm going to send you back home, and that is another way that you can use force or coercion.
Recently, in the past couple of years, there have been reports in the CNMI involving employers withholding passports from H-2B visa construction workers and placing labor in inhumane living conditions. Victims of labor trafficking are commonly found in construction sites and factories, and often the victims are unaware of the crime. This is why awareness is key, explains Guam Coalition of Sexual Abuse and Family Violence Executive Director Cynthia Cabot.
Oftentimes, those who are in those situations, maybe one, do not know that they are being trafficked, or two, do not know where to go to for assistance.
Providing the assistance this month, the task force, in partnership with the coalition and various other law enforcement and support agencies, are hosting a virtual training session via Zoom on January the 13th and 14th, then again on the 20th and 21st. Those training sessions focus on victim services and law enforcement awareness and response, to include a presentation from the U.S. Attorney's Office. You can register online at guamcoalition.org, and any residents who suspect human trafficking are highly encouraged to call Department of Homeland Security's hotline at 475-5400. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Jason Salas.
Governor Lou Leon Guerrero will be hosting a proclamation signing in honor of National Slavery and Human Trafficking Prevention Month on Monday, January 11th at 1:30 p.m. Don't forget to show your support by wearing blue. Since he has been placed on home detainment with an electronic monitoring device, Ricky Santos' drug tests returned back negative. A federal indictment came down on Santos back in August, charging him with attempted possession with intent to distribute meth. The court granted his release to a third-party custodian. In court, according to the U.S. Office of Probation, Santos violated his conditions right after his last hearing on December 17th. He admittedly missed drug tests and tested positive for meth. However, on December 29th, his conditions were modified, and since then he has attended drug treatment, and his first drug test of the new year was negative. The court allowed Santos remain on pretrial release and set a return for 3 weeks from now to keep an eye on his compliance. 54-year-old Marie Carmelita Torres Santos was arrested and charged with child abuse and twice with family violence, all as misdemeanors. According to court documents, Santos is accused of taping a 12-year-old child's face on December 9, and the incident was reported on December 17. The victim told police she suffered from neck pain and that she couldn't breathe because Santos had also taped her throat. Santos was interviewed on January 6. Police showed her a recording of the incident, which she initially said was a joke. In the background of the video, others can be heard yelling for the woman to stop. Santos then allegedly admitted she was frustrated with the children and used a roll of tape to tape her glasses to the child's face. When the child removed the tape, she tried to tape the child again, but was stopped by others. Santos also said she was thankful she was stopped because she could have hurt the child. 41-year-old Carlos Anthony Santos Mendiola was arrested and charged with theft by receiving a motor vehicle and theft of a motor vehicle, both as second-degree felonies. According to court documents at 2:30 a.m., January 7, police noticed a white Hyundai Elantra with an expired registration decal. Police then learned the license plate belonged to a different vehicle and pulled the vehicle over. The driver, identified as Mendiola, told police he didn't have a driver's license or any documents from the car. Police then looked at the VIN number and discovered it was reported stolen last August. It was also noted that Mendiola had an active warrant for arrest, which is a pretrial case for theft of a motor vehicle, court documents state. The coronavirus pandemic highlighted many things in 2021, one of them being the high rate of comorbidities such as diabetes and obesity. And while weight loss surgery should only be considered in extreme cases, it is an option other island residents should have access to. Dr. Christian Eusebio details the qualifiers as Guam's first doctor to perform bariatric surgery on island. Here's more.
It's no secret that the island continues to struggle with high rates of obesity and diabetes amongst other comorbidities. While access to healthier foods has become more prevalent in recent years, there are many on island without the means or the awareness to make healthier choices when it comes to their diet. For those already at the stage of morbid obesity, off-island bariatric surgery seem to be the only option to get them back on track.
It's always kind of baffled me why nobody's tried to establish this kind of, at least an option for people here on Guam.
After performing the first bariatric procedure on Guam, Dr. Christian Eusebio gave us the details of what it takes after being referred by your primary healthcare physician.
There's certain criteria for you to be a candidate. One is that a BMI. So BMI, like I said, you calculate it from your height and your weight. Typically, patients that are morbidly obese, they're like a BMI of 35. So you have to have a BMI of 35 with some comorbidities, say like diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol, all those things, which a lot of people do have. And then you meet the insurance criteria. And then I want to talk to you again and see how serious you are about this.
According to the CDC, a study spanning from 2017 to 2019 shows that Guam's obesity rate falls in the 30 to 35% range, with a 2019 report showing over 11% of the island diagnosed with diabetes. Dr. Eusebio says the surgery shouldn't be considered unless absolutely necessary.
Well, I'm not saying that this surgery is for everyone. That's the one thing, and everybody needs to understand that. It's good for selected people. It's a change that is necessary for those particular people because there's such a big risk of having early heart attacks, early strokes. So there has to be a big change in terms of, and this is the option.
Eusebio says just as diet and exercise requires strong will and commitment, being a viable candidate for bariatric surgery requires the same thing and shouldn't be seen as an easy way out.
I started seeing people 2 years ago. I actually saw 16. Only her came through. Again, a lot of people see me after 2 months and they're like, they don't come back for another appointment. So I call them and they're like, oh, I'm going to make another appointment. And again, it's not for everyone. A lot of people want to have that quick fix, and that's not what it is. Because this is a lifestyle change, and this is a life behavioral change. Because like I tell my patients, I'm like, I can make your stomach as small as possible. But if you like to eat and you keep eating as a tool as a crutch for something that's going on in your life, then I'm not going to help you. So you need to be able to combat that.
Those who feel like they're potential candidates to receive bariatric surgery can see their primary healthcare physician for an initial assessment and referral to Dr. Eusebio. For the full interview, visit the KUAM YouTube page. For Guam's News Network, I'm Peter Santos.
Stay tuned. Next on Weekend Edition, we have Trend Spotting with Peter Santos. And still to come, sports with Dave Delgado. Keep it here.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
Enjoy honey sesame chicken breast at Panda Express. Be the sweetness. Be the freshness. Be the crispy tender sesame seed perfection. That's how you find your sweet spot. Have it delivered from Panda Express today.
Micronesia Mall.
While we've all been through a lot over the years,
typhoons, earthquakes, and now COVID-19,
we've been able to get through these together.
For more than 80 years.
Travel's Insurance has been protecting your homes, your businesses,
and the health of your family.
We are here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
There are better days ahead. Tomorrow's a new day filled with hope and choices.
The possibilities of what we can achieve together are limitless.
Let's continue to work together to ensure a brighter tomorrow for all of us.
Hafiday, Guam, and the world, we've officially cleared the first week of 2021, and boy, was it crazy. Well, at least stateside, but in our part of the ocean, we're making progress. I'm Peter Santos, and here's your trend spotting report. We're gonna head to the beach for our first look. While most were enjoying the sun and sand, a few people over the last weekend found themselves in distress in some rough waters. On Saturday, the Guam Fire Department and U.S. Coast Guard reported to a pair of distressed kayakers off the Maritzo Pier. Luckily, both kayakers made it to shore. Later that day, GFD were on their toes again, responding to paddleboarders behind the Hyatt Regency Guam in Tumon. The paddleboarders included an adult and 3 children on one board, and luckily, they were helped by a pair of Good Samaritans. The paddleboarders were able to make it to shore safely with their help. And late Sunday afternoon, GFD were responding again to a distressed paddleboarder in Tumon, this time at Matapang Beach. Lifeguards called 911 and emergency responders were able to rescue 2 males. Both were okay and were brought back to the shore by a rescue boat. Lots of you chimed in on social media, including pxp.enterprise, who said, "Hoping they're okay, and a big thank you to our everyday heroes. # first responders." Jasantason said, "To all seafaring people, wear your life vest. It could save a life. Yours." And your next line is Jojo commented, "I want to be a fireman when I grow up." Moving on with the new year and new leadership, on Monday our village heads along with our legislators took the oath of office in small Hagåtña ceremonies. Outside the Guam Museum, some 26 mayors and vice mayors were sworn in to serve their 4-year terms. This round of village leaders are a part of the 17th Mayor's Council of Guam, which also has new leadership this year. PD Mayor Jesse Alec has been named as president of the Mayor's Council of Guam, a seat that's been held by perhaps the busiest mayor, Dedido's Melissa Savares. Sinohanya Mayor Robert Hoffman will continue to serve as the council's vice president. And right next door to the museum, members of the 36th Guam legislature were also sworn in, marking new leadership and returning faces. Democrats held on to the majority again, and for 2 elections in a row, Democrat Senator Therese Terlahi was the top vote getter, and that's finally landed her the speakership this term, a position she thought she would get 2 years ago. Instead, Senator Tina Muñoz Barnes led the legislators in the Guam Congress Hall for those 2 years. Now Barnes serves as Vice Speaker. Democratic leadership also includes Legislative Secretary Amanda Shelton, Committee on Rules Tina Muñoz Barnes, Majority Leader Talina Nelson, Assistant Majority Leader Amanda Shelton, Majority Whip Sabina Perez, and Assistant Majority Whip Josen Augustine. And on the other side of the aisle, Republicans elected Senator James Moylan as Minority Leader, with Senator Frank F. Blas Jr. as Minority Whip. And in legislature management, Carlo Branch is back at the Guam Congress Hall, serving as Executive Director. Branch is no stranger to the legislature because he briefly served in the same position during the 35th Guam legislature. He then got picked up by Governor Lou Leon Guerrero, working as her policy director. Our viewers sent in their well wishes, including Damon Luta, who said, "Congratulations, Senator Therese Terlahi." Nick Torrey 59 also said, "Congratulations." Rosie Matsanani said, "Congratulations, mayors and vice mayors. God bless you all." Turning to COVID-19 coverage, it was a big week for the vaccine and those who were lucky enough to receive it. Our healthcare professionals who received the first doses of the Pfizer vaccine were back for the needed second dose. And our island's Manumku also turned out for their shot because public health lowered the age range of eligibility to 60. It was a headache for many of you who lined up or attempted to line up for vaccine distribution at Ukudu High School. The line stretched beyond the main road, spilling even onto Marine Corps Drive in Dedido. On Thursday, at least, Public Health was able to partner with the Guam Regional Medical City, which rerouted some 150 residents to the hospital to receive the vaccine. Now, many of you were frustrated with the traffic, but most especially the long lines. Cheryl Jensen wrote, "After hours in the car waiting to turn to Ukuru, I was told I was in the wrong line and to go home. Not gonna try that again. We'll try to stay well until I can get vaccine at my clinic." Richard Fee said, "It was appalling. We tried twice, but 2 to 3 mile lines were too much for old people." And Christina said, "The traffic line was so bad we turned around and left." We asked you if you plan to get the vaccine. 47% of you said yes, while 53% said you're going to take a pass. Now we're going to take a big shift to Washington, D.C., where our nation's capital was under siege. On Thursday, Guam time, we watched Trump supporters breach the Capitol building and storm the halls of Congress. Just hours before, President Donald Trump held his Save America rally in front of the White House, calling for his supporters to head to Capitol Hill. Members of Congress were meeting with Vice President Mike Pence to certify the presidential elections, sealing the fate of Joe Biden as the next president. Trump told his supporters, quote, "You'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength." And that they did. KUAM tried to reach out to our representative in Congress, Guam Delegate Michael San Nicolas, who did not respond to us, but CNMI Delegate Gregorio Kalili Sablan did call us back and shared his take on the horror. Sablan had a stroke of luck deciding to take a lunch break during session at the right time.
Only when I got to my apartment, we were evacuated. There was a bomb threat. There was a bomb behind my apartment building and the RNC. And so, yeah, I was out in the cold for about 4 hours. The Capitol Hill police asked me if they wanted to take me to a safe place, and I said, well, I'm safe out here. I don't want to say this, but yeah, there were terrorists in our capital today, the seat of our government. They breached the Capitol and they went in. They went through offices, and actually immediately Capitol Hill police gave out notices that if you're in your office, you lock your door, turn off the TV, turn off your cell phone ringer, and don't make any noise, because they breached the Capitol, and this is a shame. Not in America. We're not a third world country.
During the siege, a woman was shot as the mob took over the Capitol. She later died, and 3 other people died in medical emergencies. After the chaos subsided, Congress went back into session and confirmed President-elect Joe Biden as the 46th President of the United States of America.
We will not be bullied. I am concerned, but I am not afraid. We will not be intimidated by these terrorists. We will continue to do our work for the people of America, the people of the Northern Marianas.
While San Nicolas didn't return our messages, he did leave one on Facebook. He said, "We are safe and secured, Guam. Please pray for peace and healing for our country." Putting his 2 cents in, viewer Taliesin Esteban said, "You misspelled domestic terrorists."
Well, that was scary, but now we're looking to refresh leadership in our nation. That's going to do it for us here on Trend Spotting. Remember to keep your distance, wear your mask, and let's get this new normal on. Till next time, adios.
For all those going out each day, doing what they can to hold us all together, we're here to help those helping us all by keeping our lights on.
Enjoy honey sesame chicken breast at Panda Express. Be the sweetness. Be the freshness. Be the crispy tender sesame seed perfection. That's how you find your sweet spot. Have it delivered from Panda Express today.
Aganya Shopping Center.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Dave Delgado here with me tonight, Mr. Tom Anderson, Lieutenant Colonel, U.S. Army Professor of Military Science at the University of Guam. We're here to talk about the Take the Hill competition. And tell us when the event first started and a brief history about the competition.
Well, Dave, there's this great route that you guys see in the video for the competition that runs all the way from the sea in Pago Bay all the way up to the top of the hill, basically where the campus for UOG is. And for years, literally back to the 80s, this has been like the preeminent route for our cadets to run as they're training their bodies to get ready to be Army officers. So we run this hill all the time. It's something the cadets always use as a way to motivate themselves and push each other, see who's the fastest to get to the top. So we just decided, why not make it an official race, you know, with winners and with plaques that everybody can compete for. We knew it'd be a good event for us to be able to motivate our cadets to be the best they can be.
And have you guys measured the distance, how long the actual course is?
Yep, so it's actually, shockingly, it's only 0.4 miles, so it's just shy of about half a mile. But like you see in the video, it is straight uphill. The first half of it's about a 30-degree angle. We think we measured it correctly. And then it gets all the way up to a 45-degree angle right at the end of the race. So it challenges you mentally because it doesn't flatten out at any point over that, half mile of a race. So it's pretty tough for the cadets and something we love to challenge ourselves with.
And how many cadets did you guys have this year for the competition?
So within our program, we actually have 115 cadets. So for the actual competition, we just chose our best 12. Normally, in a situation like this, we'd have everybody compete, but because of the pandemic and social distancing, we wanted to keep everybody safe. So we just did 4 iterations of 3 cadets each. So the cadets were outside, to mitigate the effects of possible coronavirus. And then also we only had 3 of them going against each other. So reducing the number of participants helped keep all of our cadets safe. This is a competition that we just did for the first time this year in terms of making it an official competition. But every time that we do PT, we always physical training. Every time we train with our cadets in the mornings, this is at least once or twice a week. The cadets are running up that hill, Marine Lab Lane. So it's a race they're familiar with, and they were all excited to be able to push each other to see who could be the champion.
I'm sure it's pretty competitive. And also, the camaraderie, the team effort, because the ones that finish stay around the finish line, encouraging the other ones as they make their way up the hill as well.
Yeah, in UOG ROTC, it's all about team. We want to be the best individually, but we also want to push each other to be the best that we can be. Because this isn't just about winning a trophy. This is about making these cadets the best they can be so that someday when it really matters, when the score is not just about what's on the scoreboard, but about taking care of their brothers and sisters in combat. Now they're going to be ready to do that, and they know how to support each other in physically difficult experiences and help each other rise to the top and be the best.
Well, Guam definitely has a lot to be proud of because per capita, the enlistment rate is very high. For anyone out there that wants information or get in contact with the program over at UOG, how can they do so?
Yeah, they can just go to our Facebook page. It's www.facebook.com/UOGROTC, or they can just give us a call at 858-ROTC, and that's 858-7682. So thanks so much, Dave. Appreciate it.
With me now, Women's Division Champion, UOG Cadet Talia Mennel. First off, just tell us how the course was and how grueling it was just taking part in the competition.
So it's the Marine Lab Hill at UOG, and for those that are familiar, it's a very long hill and it's steep the whole way up. It was super grueling to do that. It was long and one of the steepest hills that I've ran, and it was hard overall, but just had to keep pushing through to finish.
Did you have a game plan going into the competition? Maybe just wait it out, then midway point, turn it up, or was it just let's just get it over with and push the pace?
I really think it was just let's do this mindset that helped me finish through all this. Yeah, because I feel like that's what's going to push you the most when it comes to incline courses like that.
And the camaraderie must have been really great, seeing all the participants and just rooting each other on, just making sure that everybody got to finish that hill.
Yes, it was amazing. I've been with those people for quite a while now, and they're very motivating, helping us all finish, me and the other 2 that I raced with, and it was great.
Talk about the program there at UOG and how it's helped mold you as a cadet in the program over at UOG.
So at UOG, being in the ROTC program, I feel like it has helped me with my communication skills as well as my leadership because of the people that are there. They're really motivating, and they really help you when you need it, with not just stuff that involve the ROTC program, but with your classes at UOG as well. They're there to help you and get through this, especially with COVID going on. It's very motivating.
It makes myself and it makes my team members very proud to work for an organization that has been on island for many years, with its focus on reliability, dependability, and commitment to the communities that they operate in.
Matson's a great corporate citizen to the community.
We all benefit from any sort of environmental commitment we make. One of the ways that we do that is with our Adahi Utano program. There's action behind it, and so action breeds commitment.
With the Kaimana Gila coming to Guam, this brings a new age and modernization to the island.
It's exciting for me because it's a brand new ship and we can carry more freight into the islands. It just shows growth for Guam and Micronesia.
Matson would be nothing without its customers, and we hope to continue to serve you for decades to come.
No waiting in line to see your doctor or to pick up your medication. From tips to living a healthier lifestyle, nutrition and fitness, to the latest wellness trends, stay healthy by checking in for your weekly dose of health news on Health Check every Tuesday on KUAM News Extra. Health Check is presented by Island Cancer Center.
Oh man, what a beautiful day. I'm gonna go to the beach, barbecue with the boys. Oh yeah.
Stay home!
Yes. Stay home! Boy, you guys better get home! Don't you know you can kill Tanchai? You better stop gallivanting right now. If I catch you outside, that's when you go down, gambler!
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shoutouts from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
Weekend birthday love is going out to some very special Guamanians, so happy Saturday birthday to Kyrie Marjorie Rosalind Timenglow. Kyrie celebrates birthday number 14 on Saturday, and you are getting love from everyone. Each and every one of them, all of them. And Zaimani Pangilinan, happy fantastically fabulous 5 to our Princessa. We love you above and beyond, with lots of love from your guardian angel daddy, mommy, little Sessa Zairi Hope, your Fatsu little bro Zion, angel baby sissy Ellie, Ama, Papa, Nina Jevi, Nunu Germ, Nino Jun, and Auntie Kim. And happy Sunday birthday to Tyron Camacho, who celebrates birthday number 13 this weekend. You are also getting love from everyone. And you know what? That includes us at KUAM, Cold Stone Creamery, and everyone on Guam. We hope the 3 of you have amazing birthdays, celebrate with your family and friends, and please stay safe and stay healthy.
Remember, you can be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online at KUAM.com. Please make sure to include with your photo your name and birthday. And that's all the time we have from all of us here at Guam's News Network. Thanks for watching and have a safe weekend.